Callie wasn't at the bank when I got there after work the next day, but I wasn't expecting her to be. She was always late. Luckily, the bank didn't close until 6 p.m. on Fridays, so when I saw her car pull into the parking lot, I was relieved. My nerves were still on edge from the encounter with the scary dude at the library the night before. "Glad you made it. You had me worried." I loved Callie, and we'd been best friends since we were kids, but there were times she irritated me. Other times, I wouldn't trade her for all the oil in Texas. "Yes, Dulcie, I know. You need me to pay back the $50 you lent to me the other day, or you won't have cell service next week." She had such an amazing ability to become irritated with me, even when she was the one in the wrong. "You know, I get you don't want to ask Mr. C and Miss Willa for a loan, but honestly, why don't you just call that rich daddy of yours in Nashville and have him send you some money? I think he owes you that much." "Shh! Keep your voice down." Callie always thought she was whispering, but she wasn't. "People are staring. Some of Mama's church lady friends work here, and I don't want that to get back to her." "Oh, let 'em stare, honey. While you have him on the phone, maybe you can get him to put some of these old busybodies out of their misery." I tried not to giggle, especially when a small woman in the line next to us said, "Now, Callie, dear, most of these folks know you're just joking, but I hardly think that kind of talk is appropriate with all these killings going on around town just now. It's just awful to hear about it, don't you think?" Callie hadn't noticed her great Aunt Teresa standing so close. All she could do was drop her head and say, "Yes, ma'am." Luckily, Aunt Teresa had already begun talking to the teller when Kelly said just under her breath, "And you'll be the first to go, you old biddy." When Callie heard me gasp, she turned in confusion and said, "Dulcie, I was only kidding. You know I wouldn't really want Aunt Teresa to be hurt." Noticing the direction of my gaze, she said, "You aren't listening to me at all, and I don't blame you. Who is that? And when did he get here?" "You should know him better than I do. Jason's been working on his car for a week." "Like I pay attention to Jason's mechanic stuff. Dulcie, please." She grinned and said, "He's cute." "You think he's cute? I hadn't really noticed." I lied. I had absolutely noticed he was cute, though I wasn't sure that would be the word I'd use to describe him. Strong, handsome, intriguing, exciting. Those were much more proper and accurate descriptions. "Wait, is he the guy who's been following you around all week? You didn't tell me he was hot. The way you were acting, I thought he must be awful. Go talk to him." "No way. What if he's the guy killing all these people?" "He's been here for a week. The killing started 6 months ago." "I thought you said you didn't pay attention to the things that happened in Jason's garage." Ignoring my quip, she said, "If you won't go talk to him, I will." I was certain my face was red, fearing he'd heard her. "No, Callie, please don't." Once again, luck was on my side, because it was Callie's turn at the teller. When we finished our business, I thought maybe I would go talk to him. At least I'd finally be able to see what he wanted. My courage waned when I saw him looking toward the back of the building at the same creep from the library the night before. My God, they looked as if they could kill each other, right there in the bank. Their stares chilled me to the bone. Suddenly, a woman in the teller line looking at her phone said, "Oh, God, there's been another murder." A moment of panic and confusion followed, with what seemed like a million questions being thrown out, but no one was answering them. We all got our phones, reading about the next tragic incident, which was quickly becoming the talk of the town. When I looked up from my phone toward the direction of the men just a few minutes before, they were both gone. My woman's intuition was going into overdrive.